been a long weekend. Some of you probably don't know, but I got a divorce. So I've been struggling to stay on task, and I can't seem to figure out what task to do when. So things have been really scatterbrained, or I've been really scatterbrained. Been trying to get a lot of stuff done. I've been trying to get a lot of stuff done, but I think I'm trying to get too much done in a small amount of time for no reason. 'Cause I have plenty of time. I guess I'm just failing to focus on the most important things. And right now, that's also a struggle, except I'm having trouble figuring out what the important things are. Obviously, other than like food and eating and staying healthy. But it's not like adult things, like taking care of bills and stuff like that. Like, of course I have to do that. That's a responsibility that I can't escape. So those have to get done. But it's other things like not staring off into space, thinking about the past, not feeling sorry for myself because of my situation, not I don't know, like just not being down in general. It's hard to do in any kind of situation where you are forced to be alone emotionally and physically. It's hard to not feel down. Of course it is. Like, that's all there is to say. Of course it's hard, but it's how you deal with it that matters. And I think I'm dealing with it in healthy ways, but it's just hard. There's no other way to put it. It's just hard. I'm trying to declutter my life and my things, and that's not quite working out because I really would like to make a little bit of money off of the things that I'm trying to get rid of, you know? Because every little bit helps. And I think I'm setting up too many goals, too many projects, too many tasks, too much occupiable time. I think I'm putting into a schedule that just doesn't work. And I think what I'm doing is I'm overcompensating for the stress, the emotional discomfort, the physical isolation. I think I'm just compensating for all of that with too much stuff, which is what I always do in everything in life. I mean, in college, I overcompensated with designs in architecture. I overcompensated with talking to too many people at once, and I couldn't keep up with who I was trying to talk to. Overcompensated with a workload that I could barely keep up with, thinking that I could because I had to, but, well, I did have to pay rent. But beside the point, I'm overcompensating for a lot of stuff right now, and it's the stubbornness in me that wants to take a step back. Well, no, I'm taking steps forward, but I'm trying to take too many steps forward at a time. So today is Sunday. Today I'm dog sitting, and my cat has been outside all day, so I haven't had to worry about her, and the dog just is sleeping because it's way too hot to do anything. And this morning I woke up and I just did not know what to do. Like, of course it was like, well, I should probably eat and I should probably get some coffee. So I did that. But after that, I just kind of fiddled around with the ideas on what I should or could do. So for the past like 2.5 hours or so, I've been watching Supernatural and just doing little knick-knacky arts and crafts things that aren't really important. And I was just getting really tired of it. So I came down here and I just started thinking about things that I need to work on. Like, nothing important or time sensitive. It was strictly like, oh, my balance is really bad, so I should probably work on that a little bit. Maybe I can come up with some exercises to help with that, with my flexibility and range of motion. So that's what I was just doing in the earlier part of the video. I'm not like super into yoga that's with people, and I have access to yoga stuff, but it's too mind numbing. I can't, it's not very meditative when you're following someone else, because you're too focused on doing the move the right way, or I don't know, right now it would be a distraction to have to follow what someone else is doing without actually being able to get into a meditative mindset, which is what yoga is for. So I figured I can do a little bit of strength training, I can do a little bit of balance work, I can do stuff to increase my flexibility, which increases blood flow, which increases science. It's been tough though. It's been tough. And I don't think I'll share this video with anyone. I'll put it up on YouTube, but I don't think I'll give the link to anyone. I just need to get my thoughts out there, because I am without the person that I did give all my thoughts to. So now who else do I give that to? Well, the answer is no one. And I have to get used to that. So I think if I do these, I don't know, I guess this would be considered a vlog. If I do vlogs when I need to, I can get my thoughts out to space, and whoever watches it. And I think even if I don't know that someone is hearing me, I think the concept of what I'm doing is just good for me to get off my chest, get off my shoulders, get off my heart, all of that. Yeah, it's been tough. I'll get through it though. It's not much else you can do other than just go through it. Part of why it's tough it's balance and the need for balance in my life, because right now it's a giant teeter-totter. Maybe me trying to work on my own physical balance is my way of contorting the emotional need with the physical need. And I know that's a very weird interpretation, but right now I think that's kind of my only way of handling it. Like, if I need something emotionally or mentally, I will try to manifest it in a physical format. And I think that's also where my need to fill my day with tasks and things to complete and finish and do and always be productive is my way of making up for the time that I don't know why, but I haven't spent any time staring off into space on purpose, and I think it's weird that I'm trying to make up for the time that I never spent doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's confusing. I haven't spent any time doing that stuff, and yet I still feel like I need to make up for the time that I never spent doing that. I just said that. I don't know. When you've been with someone for longer than 3 months, I was with John for going on 8 years. We were married for 3. Except more than 3/4 of our relationship was based off of every 3 months we would see each other. That's what consisted of our relationship. He was in the Marine Corps, I was at school, he had limited time off, I had limited time off, so we could only see each other a few times a year, and that's what our relationship consisted of for 4 consecutive years. And I think that really messed with our perception of who the other person was. Like, kind of how you can portray yourself in any light that you want, in Instagram or Vines or in YouTube. You can create a personality for other people to see. And I think that's kind of what we did to each other. Not on purpose, but it's just we had misconceptions about who the other person was and the lengths they were willing to go for each other. And it's not like we knew that it was happening. It's something we only would have found out by living together for this past 1.5 years. And a lot of the reason why I miss the emotional connection, well, other than the obvious reasons, was because he was literally the person I would talk to every single day about every single problem or funny thing, or, he was my best friend for 7 years. And now that our relationship is over, and even though we're still friends, he's not required to be my friend anymore. Which sounds horrible when you say it like that, but I think he started to feel like I was entitled to things that other people weren't because I was his wife. And he was responsible to tell me things that he wasn't responsible or required to tell other people because I was his wife. So, like, obviously those are symptoms of feeling tied down, which is entirely what he felt once we were finally together, because, like I was saying, our relationship was based off of a every 3 months we would see each other basis. So once we got to see each other every single day, and he got to find out what I was like every single day, and he wasn't able to do the things that he was able to do in between the 3 months that we would not be seeing each other. He was obviously freer then, but still in a relationship, so he didn't feel tied down. Which, yes, of course, that becomes a commitment issue that was his own to deal with. But lost my train of thought. The original point was balance. And that I've lost my balance. And the best way to regain my balance how do you approach that? Like, how do you start to answer that question? So you know your problem, you are aware of it. Okay, you know your problem, you are aware of it, and now you have to take action to try and fix your problem. So how do you come up with the steps to fix your problem? And I mean, according to the first part of this video, my steps to fixing my problem are overcompensation and a physical manifestation of that overcompensation. Because I am aware that things need to change. I mean, they already are changing, but those things are outside of my control. And the things that do need to change are how I respond to it, how quickly I can grow from it, and I think, I don't know, I feel like this is probably the best action to take, is to just continue dealing with the overcompensation of the tasks and the things to do, and focus on what's important, which, I mean, it's generic. You hear everyone say that, focus on the important things, but like figuring out what those important things are is key, and the important things aren't the same for everyone. So what I want to do, what I was versus what I want to be. I want to be self-sufficient. That's the most important thing to me right now, is I want to be self-sufficient. And self-sufficiency to me means financial stability without relying on others, reliability on myself to be able to get through things without relying on other people, being able to take care of my own problems without asking for advice, like just having the intelligence and common sense to do things properly, without pride, without ego, selflessly, kindly. And all this just kind of evolves around, or revolves around, being a better person. And self-sufficiency also means loving myself enough to the point where if I lose someone else loving me, I will not fall into the pit of despair, we'll call it, that everyone else seems to fall into when they lose someone they love. As in breaking up in a relationship, not like losing someone you love in death or something. That's an entirely different matter. How you go about it could be the same way, but I digress. The way I go about handling becoming self-sufficient needs to be well organized, it needs to be timely, and it needs to be reachable. Like, I need to be able to set particular timelines for when I want to become, not timelines, I need to be able to set goals for what kind of self-sufficiency I'm reaching and when I want to reach it. And if I don't reach it at that point of time, it's okay. It's not like I failed. It just means that I have to try again to continue reaching it. It just means I have to keep going. Oh, right. I was saying some people have a problem learning how to trust again or fall in love again after someone that they trusted and loved for so long left them. And it's not like a betrayal thing or anything. It's just when you don't remember how to love yourself, and when you don't remember how to love yourself and you rely entirely and completely and wholly on someone else to give you love, then you lose confidence, you lose your self-sufficiency, you lose reliability. Some of you might argue with that, but I mean, that's okay. You can argue with it if you want to, but that's just my opinion. You lose a lot of things when you lose the ability to love yourself. When you lose the ability to love yourself when you lose the ability to love yourself after someone else has started loving you. Yeah, I don't really know how to end that. I don't know. Trying to analyze and understand this as best as I can, to take a step back and take a look at my actions and my thoughts, see if they are aligned with my goals. And I'm still really scatterbrained. I tried making a routine for myself, for a morning and night routine, and that didn't quite work out because I completely forgot about incorporating the cat into things. And it's just like there's 4 tasks that to do in the morning and 6 tasks to do at night, and I feel like there should be more in order to be accomplishing anything. But that again might be the overcompensation coming at me, or showing through, whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll end it here.